You know that ad that made you stop scrolling? Not because it was loud, not because it was flashy, but because for some reason you actually wanted to see what happened next. That's not just a coincidence. That's storytelling. And today, we are breaking down what separates an ad that tells a story from an ad that just talks at you, or even worse, tries to sell you. Let's be honest. Most ads follow the same old formula. Here's a product, here's what it does, here's why you should care, buy now. And no denial, it does work sometimes. If someone is already searching for what you sell, a direct pitch is fine. Perfect indeed. But if you're trying to reach someone who doesn't know you yet, who isn't looking for you, who's just living their life, scrolling their feed, a product pitch is invisible. It's white noise. What cuts through the noise isn't volume, it's relevance. And the fastest way to feel relevant to a stranger is to tell them a story they already feel part of. And that exactly is where people get confused. They think story means you need a full plot. Characters, a beginning, middle, end, sure. That's what the rules say. But story in advertising is simpler. A story is a gap. It's the space between where someone is and where they want to be. That's it. We all know Nike. If you see a kid running in a beaten up shoe on a dirt road, you don't need a voiceover. You feel the gap. You feel the ambition, the limitation, the fight. And now you're paying attention. The ad didn't describe about the shoe. It described the runner. And that's the thing. Story-driven ads don't start with the product. They start with the person watching. So if you're making an ad, you want it to feel like a story, here are 3 things that matter. The very first one, tension. There has to be something unresolved. A question, a struggle, before. If everything's only perfect, there's nothing to watch. Tension is what keeps people from swiping away, especially in today's day and age. Second, specificity. Vague ads feel corporate, and they get skipped faster than a signal on an empty road at 3 a.m., except it's not even illegal. Specific ads feel human. Don't say we help business grow. Say we help 12-person logistic company in Sharjah double inbound leads in 90 days. See the difference? One sounded like a billboard, the other sounded like something real happened. Third is emotional logic. Your ad doesn't have to make people cry, but it has to make them feel something. Curiosity, recognition, relief, even humor. If there's no emotional shift, there's no memory. And if there's no memory, there is no brand. Here's the takeaway. You don't need a bigger budget to make an ad feel like a story. You need a better starting point. Instead of asking, what do we want to say? Ask, what does your audience already feel? Start there. Build the ads around that feeling. And let the product show up as the answer, not the opening line. If this made you rethink how you're doing your ads, drop a comment. What's the last ad that actually stopped you mid-scroll? And if your team is trying to build campaigns that people actually remember, that's what exactly we helped with at Valasys. Subscribe for more.